Hey YouTube, Bearded Leprechaun here. Just going to do a little bit of a different vlog today. See the fish tank in the background? We're going to do a water change and clean the glass and try to get some of, here let me show you. Try to get some of this, if you will, dirty sand out and make it look a little bit better. But I do a weekly 10 to 15% change, which this is a 55-gallon tank, so we do anywhere between I guess somewhere between 10 and 15 gallons. We siphon it out and I put fresh salt water back in because it is a saltwater tank. Normally I make my own salt water, but this go around I bought it from my local fish store. I like to do that every now and then. Just to, they run their water through an RODI unit that has a 4-stage system. So it's sometimes it's better to use that water versus using tap water that's cleaned with a dechlorinator, which I don't really do that anymore. I did when I first started this tank. Now I usually use RODI water, and then I just add my own salt to it. But the benefit of going through a fish tank is, like I said, they run it through a 4-stage RODI unit, whereas when I get my water it's only ran through a 2-stage, and then they add the correct amount of water or salt to it, so you don't have to worry about measuring it. At least with my local fish store, I don't have to worry about it, as I've used them for a number of years and I trust them. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing I'm going to do is take off my glass top. Well, it's glass sheets to keep from my cat getting in there. And then we're going to clean, we're going to use the MagnaFloat to clean all the glass, and then we'll siphon the water out. I'll be right back. Alright, so glass top is gone. Now I'll go ahead and scrub all of this off the best I can. Sometimes it's hard to see where all the diatrice, or diatrice, however you pronounce it, is. So what I found that I like to do is look from the side, from either side, and then look to the front glass, and then kind of pull my magnet to where the brown stuff is, and then just go up and down or side to side. Uh-oh. Knocked my rock face off. Get in there and fix that. Which that actually might have been a good thing. Maybe now I can get in here. Oh, cool. Get in here and clean this off. So sometimes you get a good thing out of a bad thing. Alright. And I don't ever really worry about cleaning the back glass, mainly because I want algae to start growing up it and cover, I guess, and have a more of a ocean feel. So we're gonna leave it like that, and then I do throughout the week. I run through here and I clean this up really well and make sure I get a lot of it off just so it's presentable. The next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna take the camera and my protein skimmer and my power head. I actually need to turn them off. So what we're gonna do, an easy way would be just to turn my power strip off, but I don't really want to do that because then my lights go off. So I know which ones are which. I'm going to unplug my power strip and then look for, let's see, I gotta figure out where. I don't know which one. Alright, it's got to be that one. So where do you go? Okay. Oh, here we go. I'm going to put this phone down real quick. And there we go. Now my power head is turned off. Which I don't actually suppose I had to do that. Let me plug that back in. Because I forgot I have a 15. I'll turn that off. I can actually disable my power head for 15 minutes for fish feeding times or whatever, which I should have done that. Let me lay my towel out and then we'll start siphoning the water. Alright. Now, because of where my tank is placed, I actually can pull the window up and just let my water go out the window. So what I use is about a 10-foot, let's see, a 3/4 inch plastic PVC, if you will, and then I just siphon it out, like I said, about 10 or 15 gallons. And this shouldn't take but a few minutes or moments. And you can see, and I don't really do anything, I don't try to aim for anything, I just siphon the water out and let the natural thing do its deal. And just from experience with this tank, I know about where 10 gallons is, which is somewhere right about here when the water level gets there. Alright, there we go. Got that out there, and then the fun begins. It's just as easy as pouring it back in there. Now normally you would want to have your water room temperature so it doesn't shock anything, and where I keep my water, it stays pretty warm out there, so I don't have to worry about that. This water is probably, my tank water normally is 77, 78 degrees, but the water that I'm pouring in there is probably about 75 degrees, so it's not that bad. And that was 5 gallons, so now we're about to put another 5 gallons in. We won't put the whole bucket in there because it's not going to hold all 5 gallons. I didn't take exactly 10 gallons out, which is fine. I know sometimes I do, sometimes I take more. But what I like to do is keep some of the second bucket over here on the side for top off. because water evaporates, and I don't like my water being below this black part of the tank. Alright. So now what we'll do is move all this to the side, turn my protein skimmer back on, and that's pretty much it for a weekly clean. I mean, you do that once a week, and make sure your fish are fed, and that's it on saltwater. Ain't a whole lot to it. The hardest part is just, you know, getting the tank started, and after it's started, it takes care of itself. But I'm going to go ahead and end it here and get everything cleaned up and turned back on. And if you have any questions, leave a comment, and I'll try to get back to you.